Welcome all to 351's virtual Remembrance Day event. Although cadets and officers are not authorized to attend commemorations in the community and at cenotaphs this year due to COVID-19 protocols, we still have a way of participating in this important day. Today, we are gathered here to remember virtually and to share our reasons for remembering. Please stand for the playing of O Canada, performed by the 351 Silver Star Squadron Marching Band. Sharing and remembering the past is important, as we will never forget the sacrifices and those lost in the First World War. To briefly explain the significance of Armistice Day, otherwise known as Remembrance Day, here is Flight Sergeant Delaney with a brief history presentation.
On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, we remember a time from over 100 years ago when guns fell silent for the first time in half a decade. We remember the absence of sound in the fields which war once sought, broken only by the cries of the wounded and remorse for the fallen. It was November 11th, 1918, when the Allied forces and Central Powers leaders came together in a railway carriage located in the forest of Compiègne, France. Their mutual goal was to put an end to the Great War. So after much debate, the Central Powers leaders agreed to their defeat. And it was then, on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, when the armistice was signed and Central Powers retreated beyond the Rhine. On that day, we vowed to never forget, so we built invincible monuments in the hearts of our cities. We wrote the names of those we lost and carved them into stone, and the free living citizens of the Commonwealth pledged to gather on the 11th hour of the 11th day, on the 11th month, to fall silent as we did 100 years ago. So now we come together on Remembrance Day, which was once known as Armistice Day, to remember not only those who died in the First World War, but all wars where our brave soldiers fought selflessly to the end. We mourn our soldiers who we lost in the Second World War, the Korean War, Operation Enduring Freedom, and all wars where allies of our democracy have lost their lives to bring peace and freedom to the world. Because everything we have today, every word of free speech, everything we do to make the world a better place, we owe to them. So we choose to remember their sacrifice, and we thank them for what they have given us. But we also mourn them with the hopes that what once happened will never happen again. And with that hope of peace, we take a moment from Remembrance Day to stand in silence and remember our beloved heroes of war and our bringers of peace, lest we forget.
Thank you, Flight Sergeant Delaney. Now we have some cadets in 351 who have prepared performances to commemorate Remembrance Day. First, we have the 351 Marching Band playing Be Still My Soul and Corporal Chung Carey reciting In Flanders Fields by John McCrae. You may notice some artwork when Flanders Fields is being recited. These artworks are created by Corporal Chung Carey and Cadet Cy Matthew.
Flanard's fields the poppies blow, between the crosses roam row. Down Marker Place and in the sky, the larks still bravely seeing fly. Scars heard amid the guns below, we are the dead, short days ago. We lived, felt on, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanard's fields. Took up our quarrel with the foe, to you fulfilling hands we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high, if ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep till poppies grow in Flanard's fields.
Music is one way to remember those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for their country. Please welcome Flight Corporal Wang Aiden, Flight Corporal Ren Jasmine, and Flight Sergeant Lin Jason as they remember those before them through music.
They fought and some died for their homeland. They fought and some died, now it's our land. Look at his little child, there's no fear in her eyes. Could he not show respect for other dads who have died? Take 2 minutes, would you mind? It's a pittance of time for the boys and the girls who went over. In peace may they rest, may we never forget why they died. It's a pittance of time. God forgive me for wanting to strike him. Give me strength so as not to be like him. My heart pounds in my breast, fingers pressed to my lips, my throat wants to bawl out, my tongue barely resists, but 2 minutes I will bide. It's a pittance of time for the boys and the girls who went over. In peace may they rest, may we never forget why they died. It's a pittance of time. Read the letters and poems of the heroes at home. They have casualties, battles, and fears of their own. There's a price to be paid. If you go, if you stay, freedom's fought for and won in numerous ways. Take 2 minutes, would you mind? It's a pittance of time for the boys and the girls who went over. May we never forget our young become vets at the end of the line. It's a pittance of time. It takes courage to fight in your own war. It takes courage to fight someone else's war. Our peacekeepers tell of their own living hell. They bring hope to foreign lands that hate mongers can't kill. Take 2 minutes, would you mind? It's a pittance of time for the boys and the girls who went over. In peacetime our best still don battle dressed and lay their lives on the line. It's a pittance of time. In peace may they rest, lest we forget why they died. It's a pittance of time.
The last post is the bugle call, played every day to signify the end of day's activities. It also signifies the end of a soldier's life. This historically significant bugle call is played to remember all those who have died before, but with the playing of the rouse, it signifies a new day. Please stand and remove your hats for the playing of the last post, followed by a 2-minute moment of silence, the rouse, and God Save the Queen. Thank you for attending our Remembrance Day ceremony. Please take this day to reflect on the sacrifices that were made so that we could have freedom. Have a good day.